What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another live stream. Happy to be back after yesterday. Yesterday we have done, some Rust programming, but today we are back to PHP. Welcome everyone to the stream. Konstantin Ross, nice to see you again, dude. Pika, nice to see you. Jonathan, welcome to the stream. Gaborna Dev, welcome to the stream, dude. Nice to see you again. And yeah, today we have commands, man. We finally set up some commands here. So you literally, if you're watching from Twitch, you can literally type !Discord to get the Discord channel. Okay, let me just put the music a little bit less loud. Let me know how the music is, by the way. If the music is okay, just say yes. If the music is not okay, say no. Anyways, now we have commands. So you can literally type !commands to know the commands you can use. This is happening only on Twitch, by the way. You can also do !Discord. You can also do, what else can we do? !Socials, so to see all my socials. And !Support, so you can know how to support me through this Twitch journey. Welcome everyone, excited to be here. Who else we have here? We have Adrian, of course. Welcome Adrian to the stream once again. Nice to see you here. Gover, welcome to the stream, and so nice to see everyone. Ben James, welcome as well. And yeah, by the way, the commands do not work on YouTube and do not work on TikTok as well. Apologize about that. Okay. All right, dudes, today we are back with some open source work, and there is a lot of stuff that happened on PAC since our last live stream. So before we jump into that, let's just recap a little bit where we were the last time we spoke about PAC. Okay, so I'm gonna move here directly into Safari, and yes, we are starting right away. By the way, yesterday we talked about Rust, the programming language that everyone loves, but there is no actual use case for it. But anyways, we talked about Rust yesterday, and there is a question that everyone makes me like once in a while, which is, where are the VODs? Or how can you rewatch this live stream? So you can do that from my YouTube channel. Okay, so besides Twitch, I also have a YouTube channel with all my videos every single day at 1 p.m. but I also have my live streams on my YouTube channel. Okay, you just click on tabs and that's it. Aziz, welcome to the stream, and Gwenda Evans, welcome to the stream as well. Now that being said, today I want to do some PHP coding, my friend. So let's remind ourselves where we were the last time. Okay, because I want to make some progress with you on PAC today. This project, it's kind of cool. I'm using it already. However, something I have noticed is that PAC PHP is slow on Laravel Cloud. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Nuno Maduro. I'm a PHP and Laravel developer, and these live streams are mainly about PHP. And today I'm doing some open source work because it's something that I do quite a lot. And this open source work is about PAC PHP. PAC PHP is this tool we are building together on stream, and allows you to literally detect wording or spelling grammar mistakes. And do not confuse grammar mistakes by type checking or whatever. We are literally finding bad wording on methods, on classes, on PHP annotations, and more. Okay, and I have to clap for every single one of you who have made contributions to this project. It's so cool to see that some of these people are literally getting started with open source by contributing to a project we have started on stream. It really feels good. So congratulations to you all. Moda, welcome to the stream. Very nice to see you. I'm doing fantastic. How about yourself? How everyone is doing today, by the way? It's so nice to see everyone. I want to see how you guys are doing after the beginning of the year. Is 2025 starting good for you? Because for me, it's starting good already. But yeah, congratulations for those of you who have made already some open source contributions. I don't know if it was your first one, but even if it wasn't, congratulations everyone. We have a bunch of pull requests to review right here, and today we are doing that, besides doing a bunch of code on PAC PHP. Okay, I also want to touch a little bit on the PHPStorm settings I have. I'm a little bit tired of the material team, so I want to change. So we are doing, some sort of stuff to know if people like my theme and what theme do you like and everything, okay? So clack to everyone, okay? Aziz, welcome to the stream, dude. Nice to see you. Peak and Flow, welcome to the stream as well. Nice to see you, dude. Baroza, welcome to the stream. Space, welcome to the stream as well. Jonathan is saying someday I will contribute too. Dude, that they can be today. You can literally do your contribution today. You know what I mean? But yeah, so first thing I want to do is recap a little bit what is Pack for those of you who don't know. So Pack PHP is this CLI tool we are building together. First of all, what is a CLI tool and what is PHP tooling? So every single time I type something like composer test on my shell, I run a bunch of tooling. That could be PHP unit, past PHP, PHPStorm, Rector, Pint, and more. And I'm going to actually show you that typically, if I move here into my PHPStorm, I should be able to type something like composer test and run my entire test suite. Let me just place myself on PHP 8.3, which is the version supported by this project. But if I run something like composer test, I should have my entire test suite running. And typically, the test suite is composed by a bunch of different tooling. And the tooling we are using, one of that is actually Pack PHP already. So as you can see, no misspellings were detected in my project. And if I were to, for example, go here into this particular class, for example, and I were to create, for example, a public function with my stupid name, very bad written, for example, I'm going to just type my stupid, for example, with double D. If I were to do something like this, now if I run Pack, Pack PHP will detect spelling mistakes on this project, which is quite cool. So Pick is saying, I will join the contribution when it's available for Windows. So actually, if you use WS or WSL2, you can already use this tool, you know. So when you work from Windows, there is this Linux terminal, which typically, for my opinion, developers today are using more. You can already use this tool. And as you can see, misspelling detected on the word stupid, so we can just come here, fix the issue, or just remove the method, and that's it. Bam, 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 boom, boom, okay? So what else have we done? Let me check. So that's tooling, and that's Pack PHP, which is literally intended to fix the workflow about spelling mistakes. And today we already do a couple of things. We do the file name, we do the method's name, we do class names, comments, and beyond, which is quite cool. So we may have to update, you know, the description of the project. Okay. Space is saying the modifications I want to add are the following: change from Laravel mix to Vite, update the UI from the homepage, and update to the latest Laravel 11. Oh, okay. Okay, you're probably speaking about your own project, I believe, right? Pika is saying WS is very slow on Windows, and I tried before. Oh, really? Didn't know that. Gorbadev, thank you so much for the subscription on Twitch. I really appreciate your support. All the money I do from Twitch will be reinvested on making the stream better. Johnny Bigod is saying WSL is the best tool Microsoft released in the last years, right? That's what I thought, but apparently like someone was saying that WSL is slow on Windows. I didn't know that. Space is asking if this tool is for Laravel 0. No, it's for any Laravel project. Any Laravel project. So if you're using Laravel, you can literally install this already. Okay. Give me a second here. Give me a second, boys. Oh my god. Happy to be back to do some PHP. My day was awesome today, but you know, happy to do some open source once again. All right, boys, let's start this. What do I want to do? I wanted to actually start the stream by adjusting a little bit my PHPStorm settings before reviewing some code. I've been a little bit tired of literally this theme. I don't know what is the reason, maybe spending too much time on it. So I feel like it would be cool to actually, you know, spend a couple of minutes making this PHPStorm a little bit better. At least the theme and probably the font as well. What do you guys think about that? So Roberto99 is saying there is a big difference between WSL and WSL2, where WSL2 is much faster. So someone on YouTube was saying that WSL is a lot slower. So maybe that's because you are using WSL1. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So you may have to think about that. All right, boys, PHPStorm settings. I want to change this a little bit. So I'm going to go into my PHPStorm settings. I'm going to go to, yeah, so for those who don't know, if you have PHPStorm, you can literally adjust the theme by going to settings, and then you can click on change EDA theme to actually change the theme of your EDA. And currently we are using Atom 1 Dark material, and I want to change this. What do I want to change it for? Let me think a little bit, my friends. Let me think a little bit. What do we have here? So I have Atom, I have custom theme, I have Dracula. What is Dracula, by the way? Ooh, doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. For those of you who are using PHPStorm, which theme are you using, by the way? Can you check that real quick for me and let me know? Because I'm literally curious about that. So what else we have? We have GitHub Dark. What is this? Oh my god, this does look cool though. Mora is saying that you use Dark. What is Dark? Is that a team or is like a special team? Okay, Adrian is saying Material Ocean customize it. Interesting. Wait, what? Material Ocean customize it. Okay. Material Oceanic. What is this? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, Adrian. This theme looks cool, but it does look a little bit like the previous one. And for some reason, I'm a little bit tired of that coloring. Okay. So Mindzone is saying that he uses its own Material Darker variant expired by whatever. Interesting. Okay. Mariko is using Dracula. Yeah, I know that Dracula is cool, right? Let me check that. Dracula. There we go. Yeah, it does look cool indeed. It does look cool. What else we have here? What else we have here on YouTube? Johnny Bigo is saying try the cappuccino themes. Is that like embedded already on PHPStorm? I don't see them here, so I may have to install them, you know. So Julio is saying Dracula, it's what he is using. Thank you. Interesting. Monakai. So Wizgard is saying I use Monakai. What is that? Isn't that like a very old thing? Oh, what is this? Probably not. I think. Yeah, probably not. Revizio, welcome to the stream, dude. Nice to see you, man. Garbo Dev is saying I cannot send GitHub links. Why you cannot send GitHub links? Let me check that. Oh, I did got them though. Yeah, you sent this one, right? There we go. Oh, okay. Nightbot apparently is like banning links. So let me just remove that real quick. Apologize about that, my friends. Yeah, now we have like this Nightbot TV thing, which will basically have some allows you to basically know the commands on Twitch, but apparently just banned a couple of people. So I'm going to remove all of the moderation features so we don't have to deal with that. Okay, so I just removed all the moderation features. So technically you should be able to do just post links again, by the way. Okay, Garbodev, can you try post links again, please? You should be able to do it, okay? Okay, Master Joe is saying Material Deep Ocean is a nice one. Interesting. Let me check that. Material Deep Ocean? Ooh, that's not bad as well. Does any of you uses white themes or themes with a little bit of more, you know, bam, a lot of light, basically? Anyone? Yeah, Dracula, 3 Draculas already on YouTube. Oh my god. Some people speaking about the cappuccino deal again. All right, that's it. I'm gonna check that cappuccino deal. All right, does anyone have the link though? Oh, I just got the link. Let me check that real quick. What is this cappuccino deal, man? Soothing pastel theme from Jade to JetBrains. Oh, it does look a little bit sexy, don't you think? That doesn't look bad. That doesn't look bad. Do you guys think we should install this? What do you guys think about this? Because it does look cool though. Should we go for this? Should we go for this? What do you guys think? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for this. This actually looks really cool. So I'm gonna send the link for those of you who actually want to try it as well. There we go. There we go. Sending again as well on YouTube. So people are saying cappuccino mocha. Let me check that. Let me check that. All right, so I think I'm gonna copy this little, you know, this little description, and I feel what we have to do is going here and actually install themes, and I should be able to do that from possibly from extensions or something like that. What do you guys think? Bam, bam, boom. What is extend? Is plugins? Yeah, it's plugins. Okay, so I search for. Wait, 1 second, boys. 1 second. There we go. All right, cappuccino theme must be this one, right? It must be this one. So I'm gonna install this too, because apparently there's also this icons deal, which I don't know what it is. So I'm gonna install the cappuccino or whatever theme and icons. So I have them both already. Apparently I also need to restart the IDE, so I'm gonna do that now real quick. Yes, sir. And we should be back real soon, and we are back with a bunch of new icons. Nice! As you guys can see, these new icons right here on the top left. They look cool though. They look cool indeed. Those icons are sexy indeed. The icons of cappuccino are cute. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. All right, but I don't think we have enabled the cappuccino material theme yet. So I'm gonna go to settings and actually enable the plugin. And to do that, I'm gonna go to appearance. Actually, I'm gonna just type theme here. And appearance, there we go. And I'm gonna change this to cappuccino. Which one it was? Like the mocha thing, right? Someone was on Twitch were saying that like to try the cappuccino mocha, right? Volker Max is saying top 3 features for Laravel in 2025. I would say the things I'm most excited about are the new starter kits, Laravel Cloud, and probably, yeah, the new Nightwatch deal. Yeah, for sure, absolutely. Okay, let's try the mocha deal. Okay, let's do it. Oh, this looks cool. I want to change the font as well, though. It looks really cool, by the way. So I'm gonna keep this one for sure. But I also want to change the font. So I'm gonna search for font, and I have that on my. Should be this one. No, editor. There we go. Font scheme. And this is the one, right? Which font do I want to use? Use color scheme font instead of, yes. Oh, interesting. So what is like your favorite font, by the way? Yeah, so the font we are seeing at the moment is called a JetBrains Nerd font, which is the one I've been using the most, to be honest. So I feel like I also want to change that. Which recommendation do you guys have in terms of font, by the way? Adrian is saying Operator Mono, but that's a paid one, right? At least that last time I checked, Operator Mono, I think it was paid. So fire code, Marco code is saying fire code. Interesting. Fragment mono. What is that? I don't have that one. I don't have that one. Fire code. I don't think I have fire code either, by the way. Oh, I do. What just I have done? There we go. Okay, so fire code. Let's try that one. Yeah, I don't know, man. I want something a little bit more sexy than this, though. You know, it's not bad. It's not bad. One of my favorite ones is called Dank Mono. Check this out. It's one of my favorites. What do you guys think about this font? I'm gonna make it a little bit, you know, a zoom right here. What do you guys think about this font? This font is one of my favorites, but for some reason the community is not using it. Dank Mono is dope, right? I absolutely love Dank Mono. It's one of my favorites. So a lot of people on YouTube, Jonatas, but also, yeah, just talking about the fragment mono, which I don't know what it is, by the way. Bigodes is saying JetBrains motor neared font. Yeah, I have used that one, and I'm just tired of it, I think. Great and Avon saying I have a lot to try post stream. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep Dank Mono. I love this font. I don't know why I wasn't using it, because I really like this font. I'm not a big fan of ligatures, so I think I'm gonna remove ligatures real quick. Yeah, there we go. Ligatures suck a little bit because they do like crazy stuff, which I don't like. That just feels better now. What do you guys think about this? Tuto1902 is saying, hope you are having a wonderful afternoon. I am, thank you. All right, folks, I think that's it. We are settled with this new PHPStorm, you know, this PHPStorm layout. And what else do I want to do? Well, the first thing I want to do is making sure our test suite is still passing since the last time. So if I run composer update, composer bump, composer limp, and just test. So I do always this composer update before starting the day on the project, and also composer bump, because there is always like updates on Pint or updates on PHPStan, etc. And I want to kind of start from a clean state and have everything just passing as expected, okay? And I can see that, for example, this actually updated 4 things on the composer.json. So 4 dependencies that I'm using got updated, okay? Adrian, you are saying you have to set the auto update on update. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know, man. Back with Snacks is saying, can I have a live reaction on this? What is that, by the way? Let me check real quick. Let me go there real quick. So someone on the chat just asked me for a live reaction on this, and it's coming from Carl Murray. And this is a tweet or a post on Blue Sky, and it says, order my first custom set of keycaps. How did I do? Oh my god, this is like so confusing. How would you use this? Wait. You don't even have like the entire... Oh my god. This layout is insanely confusing. I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you. Insanely confusing, okay? Okay, we have our test suite passing as expected with 100% code coverage, as you guys know that I love, okay? So something I can type now is literally just updating the dependencies I'm using on my project, and most of them are literally, you know, just small bumps. So I'm gonna just, you know, commit everything with a name. Sure, bump dependencies, okay? There we go, my friends. Oh yeah, baby. Dependencies, dun dun dun, bam, dun. Review is saying, thank you for the pint update. Yeah, the only thing I have done literally was kind of ignore some deprecation errors of the underlying dependencies because they are not ready yet for PHP 8.4. Jonathan is saying that the keyboard we were watching before is the keyboard that Primagen uses. Dude, it's so confusing. I don't know. I have seen these crazy setups of keyboards, and it just drives my mind crazy how people do not use a regular keyboard like, you know, just like this. But I'm being keen to try a keyboard where typing feels a little bit more. The sound of typing is, you know, feels good to the brain. I don't know how to express this in English, but sometimes, you know, you are watching these people typing on the keyboard, and it just feels good to hear that. So I want to basically buy a keyboard like that. Reviewer is asking what keyboard do I use? I use the Mac one, you know, like the regular Apple one, basically. Okay. Yeah, basically, you know. Maxwell is asking, when will be a Laracon in Brazil? I don't know, man. Typically, Laracons happen from places where there is already community Laravel live events. So I would recommend you that if you want to have a Laracon in Brazil, the best way is literally set up a community where there is meetups every month or every 2 months, and then, you know, possibly a Laracon can burn from that. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, baby. So Back It's Next is saying that Blue Sky link is literally his hyper key. It's my hyper key. What is that? Okay, this makes a little bit more sense. I was so confused, dude, because I've literally have little to nothing experience in different keyboards, but and yes, my hyper key is just the Laravel logo as a throwback to my favorite framework. Wait, what? Oh my god, this actually looks cool. So how can you do something like this, by the way? Do you need to order like a special keyboard? Wait, what? So how would you have a, you know, something like this, by the way? Do you have to, you know, order in a special place or something and ask with this particular you know, logo? Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you, when I see dirt like this, it just blows my mind. You know those dirt dudes who are literally cleaning his laptop every single day? It's basically me, you know? When I see something like this, like all of this dirt, it just, ugh! It does look awesome, so congratulations for your keyboard, by the way. It's really cool. Okay, dudes, this is done. I want to review some code. Okay? I want to review some code, so let's just do that today. Bam, 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 boom. So I'm gonna go to pack, and we have like 6 issues, 15 pull requests, which is, you know, a bunch, which I'm super happy about this. Let's start by clicking on pull requests and walk through them. Maybe let's start with this add method name checker. Don't we have this already? I think we have this already, right? Method name checker. I'm pretty sure we have this already. Therefore, this can be closed. Is Constantine Ross still here, by the way? If yes, let me know if this is not done already. Because I do think this is done already, okay? Yeah, the logo Laravel thing on the keyboard, that's actually super nice. Indeed, dude. Gotcha. So this one is a duplicate, right? We can just close this. Yeah, a bunch of conflicts, etc. So closing as is a duplicate from an existing pull request already merged. Thank you for your work on this. I remember, yeah, we had 3 implementations of the same thing, but like done a little bit differently. So, you know. By the way, Konstantin, feel free to, if you feel that is any code here that still should belong on the project itself, let me know, okay? And probably just open a new pull request with that particular thing that you think adds some value to the current project, okay? So again, another class name checker, we already have this. And same goes to proof dev, okay? So if you feel that your pull request does something that the pull request we have merged on the last live stream doesn't do not hesitate on reopening this pull request, but just adding the things you think are important, okay? But I feel like what I will do is close this with the same comment as the other pull request. So this will be something like closing this as is a duplicate of a pull request that got merged already. Feel free to open a different pull request if you feel there is anything here that should belong to the pack project. Thank you for your work. Yes, some people, like on the last live stream, said closing the pull request without any comment is mean. So I'm gonna be honest, dude, I have done that in the past, just literally closing pull requests, because my time for reviewing pull requests is so minimal sometimes that I just want to clear my inbox as fast as possible. You know, I'm gonna show you an example. Like if I go to past, for example, today, past PHP, for example, I have like, just check this out, 100 issues, you know, and reviewing all of this stuff, plus giving an explanation why I don't want some of that, it just takes forever. So it's not like I'm being mean, is that my time is so precious to me, at least, that it just takes a lot of time. But here on the live stream, I'm going to answer to all of you, okay? So Konstantin is saying, I did some other pull requests and reviewed them, a lot of the newer pull requests. Got you, dude. Adrian is sending here a link to this particular tweet. Let's just check that. Ethan Cameron is saying on Twitter, fresh keys coming soon to a keyboard near you. Oh, interesting. So this is, oh my god, this actually looks cool. Vim. This is literally, oh my god. Well, bugs right here. I would definitely have a 3D Laravel as a keyboard. That would actually be nice. Back with Snack to say. It's saying, now I'm cleaning my desk. Thanks, Nuno. Oh my god. Snowbalks, welcome to the stream, dude. Nice to see you here, man. Adrian is saying, check is Stream Deck. What do you mean? Oh my god. Where do I can check his Stream Deck? I have no idea. Oh, actually looks insanely similar to my Stream Deck. If it's not the same, where is it? I still need to configure my Stream Deck, by the way. Yeah, it's very similar though. It's the same brand even. Dude, it's literally the same, I think. Oh my god. Yeah, so I have my Stream Deck already. I didn't have time to configure my Stream Deck, which undeniably I should probably do. Oh yeah, the Tailwind icon looks really cool, by the way. Johnny Bigod is saying nothing is better than clean desk and clean hardware. Yeah, man, I'm paranoid about dirt on my keyboard, and and also on the screen. I can literally just detect everything. So, by the way, if you just arrived, my name is Nuno Maduro. I'm a PHP Laravel developer, and I stream about PHP pretty much every single day at 9 p.m. and I have YouTube videos every single day at 1 p.m. If you want to support my work, there is two things you can do. You can follow me on Twitch and YouTube. That will be really awesome, by the way. And also, if you want to support financially my work, you can subscribe on Twitch and become a Twitch subscriber, or you can become a YouTube member and get access to all of the videos earlier, basically. So yeah, that's it. So, okay, we have an interesting question here on the chat. TMX SHKY is saying the following: is it possible to build a social app like Facebook with Laravel? What do you guys think? Because I know a social app which was built with Laravel, which does look awesome. It's called pinkery.com. I'm going to share the link on the chat, by the way. So I have built pinkery.com, which is literally a social media with Laravel, with likes, answers, replies, analytics, everything you would typically see on Twitter, for example. And I post stuff here every single day. We have a huge community. People are literally posting here stuff every single day, and you can actually see the code. The code is open source. I'm going to share the code with you all. Project Pinkery, or Pinkery Project, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Pinkery Project, pinkery.com. I'm going to share the link with you. And this project is literally built on top of Laravel, Livewire, Past PHP, so you can literally build a full social media with Laravel, indeed. Okay. Yeah, that's right, dude. That's right. So you can the code is, everything is open source. So you can literally go there and see how I have built it. There is a few things I would have done differently. I want to speak with you about this, by the way. So do you remember that I have become a little bit paranoid about actions on Laravel? Because I'm constantly pitching now that you should be using actions on Laravel. So the reason why I started to defend that since day one was because of not using actions on Pinkery. So on Pinkery, I've actually used events, and I regret that so hard, because now it's a little bit confusing. Like, for example, if someone edits a question elsewhere, there is a bunch of side effects that happen, like sending an email, to the new mentioned people and things like that. And it's literally complicated to understand the side effects. Jer, welcome to the stream, dude. Nice to see you, man. Okay, so we are still reviewing pull requests, baby. So let's do that. What do we have here? We have a pull request from last week from Bajan Ease, which is a new feature, is an adaptation of existing feature which got rejected. Okay. And what it does, using a new config set method and utilizing the new ignore words terminology, this pull request gives Pack a new command to add words to the ignored list. All right, so the description is awesome, by the way. There is one little thing that we may have to do before, which is we talked about commands to add ignored words, and we actually discussed that it would be way easier to literally just go to the project and add those words right here manually. So if this pull request is a new command, we are going to reject this pull request, and I really apologize about that, okay? TMX is saying, I will check the Pinkery project on my free time. Yeah, do it, man. I think you are going to have fun. Gridden Havens is saying, hi, Nuno. I'm super annoyed at my own code. Why is that, dude? He's saying, if I submitted the code in my pull requests while I was working as software engineer, I would have been fired. Why would you say that? I don't think, maybe you think that your code is not good enough, but probably it's good enough, K2O Maish is saying, weird, I just changed from YouTube to Twitch and the sound is a lot different. Oh, let me know how different it is, by the way. I'm curious to know, like, why would the sound look different on Twitch? Let's move again to Safari. Bam, bam, boom, bam, bam, boom. Yeah, so let's click on files changed, by the way, okay? Also, I want to say something that props to you guys, okay? Props to you. So far, all of the pull requests I have been reviewing on this open source project, none of them were created using AI generated pull request descriptions, which does looks awesome, by the way. Like, something that I just absolutely hate when I'm reviewing pull requests is when people come with descriptions that got generated from AI, and it's just fillers, basically. Nothing is like important, you know what I mean? So I really appreciate that you guys actually take the time to write some human descriptions on these pull requests, okay? Backward Snacks is saying, okay, my desk is now cleaned. Oh my god, dude. I really hope you didn't take that personally. It was just, you know, just something I always do, you know what I mean? So the music on YouTube is a lot louder. Okay, I'm gonna put the music a little bit less louder then. Yeah, when the music is not okay, you guys just need to let me know. Yo, by the way, someone was saying on the chat that I don't like the code I write and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to tell you something. The worst mistake some software developers do when they are learning these new practices and these new patterns and all of this new stuff is that they tend to overcomplicate things. So if you write simple code, that doesn't mean that your code is not good. It probably means that you are being programmatic, you know what I mean? So I do appreciate way more someone who does write simple code versus someone who just over engineer things, you know what I mean? Yeah, keep it simple. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Okay, let me know if the music is okay now, because I personally like to hear the music, hardcore. Let me know how the music is, okay? Exactly, keep the code stupidly simple. Oh yeah, baby. Torpedo is saying maybe they just use Humanizer. Well, if they do for pull requests, it's actually way better than those pull request descriptions who just are just like an absolutely book with nothing inside. Mohamed Hawes is saying, is this stream recorded? Yes, you go to my lives tab and you can see all of the live streams. Literally 30 live streams since I have started. Snooks is saying, I'm looking at the Pingree project and I can see that you are not using traits. Any reason or just personal preference? Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like traits are not a broad, generic, well-known programming term, so I just prefer to avoid them. Okay. STPN is saying, do you use Next? I don't use Next. I could do a stream about Next though, but I don't see why would I use Next when I'm so you know, so professional or so fast with Laravel. Yeah, so we are not doing this literally, not because the code is bad, it's because I'd rather see or add the word manually to the configuration file. Yeah, apologize, dude. Apologize, man. Let's see what I would change here, like some general code smells that I just detect. So this looks okay, actually. Just adding the command to the application. This looks okay. This looks okay as well. this looks a little bit weird, this refresh, okay? There is no programming conception where a singleton is a singleton sometimes. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest, like having a refresh does look a little bit weird. I do understand why you did the refresh though. So you did the refresh because you probably are adding something to the configuration, and the next time someone is fetching the configuration again, it needs to be a fresh instance. Okay, so what you can do to solve something like this is having a new public static function with the name flush, which will flush the existing instance of the configuration. Do you know what I mean? Adrian is saying Nuno also wrote the Laravel dumpable trait. That's right, man, that's right. So Adrian, something you need to keep in mind is that sometimes when I'm working on existing open source projects, something like Laravel, but also other projects, I stick with existing conventions without questioning them. You know what I mean? That's very important. Like when you are contributing to existing open source project, you want to focus like on adding value to the project, not being part of discussions with no sense at all. You know what I mean? Adrian is saying simple equals to less code equals to less maintenance equals to a happy future self. Dude, I'm into it. I'm into that, okay? Damn, light team. Oh yeah, baby, I love that light team, man. Okay, so yeah, this is a cold smell for sure. I will just do a flush stuff over there on top. What else do we have? Looks okay. I'll possibly use a ternary here instead of doing if return if true, then return this, otherwise return that. I'll probably do return if is an array, return the array itself, otherwise return an empty array. You know what I mean? STPN48 is just saying I would love to contribute stuff I use and enjoy, but I just don't understand the issues. You know, you can start simple. Like if you go, for example, to this existing project, something you can do already is improve the README, like adding some real use cases, adding some examples. And by doing that, you are not only learning a little bit how to write documentation, but you are also learning Git in the process, in the sense that you are, you know, forking the project, pulling the project locally. All of that requires some techniques that not a lot of people know. You know what I mean? Coding Mountain Man is saying, I have never done open source. I work on 100th dev team as Rails. Oh, I work with more than 100 developers as Ruby on Rails. And the first time seeing reviewing pull requests on YouTube. Well, thank you. I'm pretty sure I'm not the first one doing this, but welcome to the stream, dude. Nice to see you. Sasa is asking, what is your favorite language except PHP? Probably Rust. I like Rust. At least yesterday I've done a live stream about Rust. You can watch it on YouTube. I was a little bit rusty, no pun intended, but felt good to do a little bit of Rust again. All right, folks. Yeah, you can literally contribute to documentation. That's a great way to get started. Okay. All right, folks, so we have decided no comments to add words, therefore we are not merging this feature. I can see that you have added a bunch of tests, which is quite cool, okay? And you also use the after all to literally perform the cleanup work, which is necessary, of course. Good job, dude, good job. Unfortunately, we are not having the feature. So I'm gonna close it, and I'm gonna answer. Thank you for proposing this. However, on stream, we discussed that it would be more simple to add the words manually to the configuration file. Bam, 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 boom, boom, boom. Ishmael Dev is saying, good evening, how you doing? I'm doing fantastic, dude. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you, man. Constantine Ross is saying, something helpful, especially for beginners, is probably when the at the end of the stream, you give some suggestions on what I would love to see next. Yeah, we can probably do that today already. Gives people some ideas to contribute. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I will see if I remember myself. If I don't, let me know. Ooh, this is a bug fix, okay? This is a bug fix. So what do we have here? So fixes the config file not found PHP warning, okay? Is a bug fix, and description is the following: fix the configuration file not found warning and loads the pack.json file off source. Interesting. It's better to load a default pack.json with basic args initially, allowing it to be overwritten later using the CLI. Oh, you're right, dude, because basically we may not have the pack.json, which makes me think a little bit that we probably should have pack --init, which would basically bootstrap this pack.json with the one we have on vendor. Ha 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 ha. Drippin Castle is saying, got to the stream just as you were saying beam bam boom. And I felt generally excitement to be coding. Yeah, man, I'm happy today. Absolutely, man. Back with Snacks is saying, I don't understand why would you want to remember the syntax of using a command to add a word to the configuration. Yeah, I also feel that. That's probably why I'm not accepting pull requests that require people to, you know, type add a blacklisted word, which just feels a little bit weird in my opinion, okay? So what does this do, by the way? Let's double check. Ooh, we have some discussion around here. Let's see. All right, so on the configuration instance, which is literally this one, we may have one, and if we don't, we actually create one. So this is the configuration file, and if you don't know, it's literally a simple class, which is also a singleton at the same time. Okay, and when you call this public static function instance, you are saying, all right, this is a static factory, let's create an instance of my configuration using the default implementation, which is loading this pack.json file. Okay, for some reason what it's trying to fix is that the file may not exist. Okay, so let's actually check that locally. So if I go here into, you know, into my coding, if I clear my terminal and if I remove this little file, what does happen? So probably happens the PHP warning deal, right? Oops. There we go. This is the warning we see all the time, and this is what he's trying to fix, which is indeed a little bit weird, huh? A little bit weird, my friends. So this is exactly what he's trying to address, by the way, okay? We may have to make the font a little bit bigger though, right? This is like 18 already. Can we? This cannot be 18. It is 18? Let's put like 24 perhaps? Oh, it was 18. Jesus, dude. All right. It's looking better now. All right, cool. Moving to Safari again, and let's see what's happening here. So previously you were getting the file contents without ever checking if that file even exists. So that's the original problem. And now what he's doing is the following. If the file does not exist, which can be done with this file exists, we are creating a new variable with a configuration file, which is the current directory. No, yeah, the directory of the file, which lives on vendor. Gotcha. That's why you have saying that this lives on source. Oh, okay. So this I don't agree with, dude. Oh, So you are literally using the pack.json file that exists on the project. Right. So you are saying if the user does not use anything, let's just load this pack.json, which exists and we are using at the moment. Okay, this I don't actually agree, because I may actually tweak this a little bit to my own taste. This is literally the pack.json file that I'm using on this project in particular, so I may actually come here and add different directories, for example, you know, and these directories may not actually have anything to do with the user which is using this pack.json. So I feel we can solve your original suggestion a little bit differently, you know what I mean? A little bit differently. So it is a good idea, like, to address this problem, but I feel we can address this a little bit differently, okay? So let's see the comments. Constantine said the following: does this take the package source folder or the root directory? If it takes the file from the root directory in the CI passes, everything looks good. Yeah, undeniably, the thing I'm questioning, and I probably think it doesn't make sense, is using the pack.json we have on the base root of the package, okay? Yeah, there is some suggestions here on the bottom regarding merging the two files. I personally think we shouldn't use at all the package.json. So I have an idea here. I'm gonna do the following, okay? I'm gonna do the following. I'm gonna go to the conversation and I'm gonna do the following. I'm gonna say, this was a good idea. However, I'm not okay with using the pack.json file we are using to test the project. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So going to create a new command with the name init or -- init or whatever, or a new option that will simply create the default pack file, okay? Bam, 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 boom. Okay, so what I will do now is code that thing real quick. We have some questions here. Someone is asking, Edwin is asking, which is the font you are using on IDE? So I'm literally using a configuration that we just have discussed literally at the beginning of the stream. Let's double check that. What I'm using at the moment is Dank Mono, which I can't remember if it's a paid font. I think it is. I think I have paid for this pretty much. So it's called Dank Mono. I'm a big fan of it, and it's absolutely cool, as you can see here. And as a theme, I'm using Catapuccino Mocha, which is a theme that people recommend me today, and I love it. Yeah, absolutely love it. Rudiz is saying it's paid. Yeah, I remember actually now that I have paid this font, and like 1 week after, the guy just retired, and or something like that, which was funny. Backward Snake is saying Dank Mono is $31. Okay, yeah, but I remember that the guy retired or something like that, right? Dank Mono is a paid font that looks awful on Windows. Do you think it looks awful? Do you guys think this looks awful? I don't think so. I love it. If you like this font, say yes. If you don't, say no. Dank Mono, in my opinion, looks awesome. I love it. Okay, I love it. Dank Mono is the name, by the way. Oh, okay. So people are saying that it looks cool, but it looks awful on Windows only. Interesting. Okay, didn't know that. So you guys don't like this font? Are you serious right now? Are you serious? Oh my god, I just love it. All right, let me check the one you guys were talking about as well. So at the beginning of the stream, people were talking about this fire code, which I don't know, man. I feel I've been using this font forever, man. You know, when I'm looking at this font. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel I'm a little bit tired of this fire code font. Okay, someone is saying, try Jast Mono and no other font feels the same. What is Jast Mono? It doesn't exist here, though. Okay, I'm gonna use the one proposed by the color scheme, which is JetBrains Modo Nerd Font. Let's try that one. Wait. There we go. So JetBrains mono nerd font. Okay, this one looks okay. Let's use this one for now. So now I'm using JetBrains mono nerd font. It does look okay. Arthur is saying I use JetBrains mono nerd font and it gets the job done. Yeah, this looks okay. I like it. Let's use this one for now. All right, dudes, I want to create this init command. So if I run bin pack right now, obviously I have a configuration file, so this will just work. But if I don't, if I remove this, I'm going to just rename this to, you know, pack backup or whatever. If I do this, it will complain with a warning. So something we absolutely need to fix is that the configuration needs to behave correctly if the pack file does not exist. So I'm going to click on config and I'm going to do the following. Here on this little instance method, which gets this file contents right there, I'm going to do the following. I'm going to do that. All right, if you can get, if the file exists, just fetch it, you know. So let's do this. File path equals to base path with the, you know, with the little thing. And if that file exists, oops. Oh my God, what's happening? Oh, there you go. Okay, if the file exists, just use it, okay? What the heck is happening today? Jesus. Okay, if the file exists, just use it. Otherwise, just, yeah, use it like an empty bracket, which will be an empty string or an empty JSON afterwards. This should actually just do the job. There we go. It indeed does the job. However, something we need to do is write the test for this. So I'm going to go into my config test, which I should have. There we go. And I'm going to just say it should behave correctly. Even if the pack JSON file does not exist. I need to provide the path somehow so I'm able to test this. So what I think I'm going to do here is, so I need to be able to actually provide, you know, a different configuration file, so I'm able to test this. What I think I will do here real quick is do the following. I'm going to create something like private static closure, and I'm going to do this closure instance, and this will be resolve file path using, there we go, or config file path using, and provide this null as a default value. And this is the closure that will resolve the configuration file path. And finally, I'm going to allow to override this closure by doing something like resolve config path using that given closure. And I need to be able to flush this as well. So I'm going to have something like a method called it flush, which will flush the instance, but also flush any resolver as well. All right, this should actually do the job. And down here below, when I'm resolving the file path, something I need to do is check if we have, you know, anything to resolve the configuration file path. And if we do, I'm going to actually call that given resolver. And if we don't, I'm going to resolve the path as usual, basically. Okay. Adrian is saying, closure not imported. Thank you, Adrian. Dude, that is anything you don't know. Like, is anything actually that you are not able to provide help or anything? Actually, I'm curious, Adrian. You are always here on chat. You know, you always know everything. What is you don't know? Like, what is the next thing you are keen to learn? I'm actually generally curious about that. Adrian is saying I'm a bot. No, you're not a bot. You're not a bot. Oh, someone on YouTube said that the Melo font is actually okay. I also have used that one in the past. Okay. Suckdown, thank you so much for the 1000 bits. Wow, thank you, man. And Suckdown said, loving the streams and the community inclusion on the open source project. Consistent PHP focused streams were missing. Thank you, man. You know, this is something I've been thinking a little bit. Actually, yesterday at chat, I talked about this. Like, I really feel the PHP community overall is needing more and more of streams like this. You know, not because people need to learn how to code properly or, you know, but because of this new generation of developers that do care about this, you know, like this new generation of developers. Something we need to think about is that this new generation of developers coming into the scene, they will not read like ugly documentation. They will not read difficult documentation. You know, they have a short attention span and they want like easy content. They want videos, they want shorts, they want live streams, they want funny live streams. And we need to adapt ourselves. Like, we as a PHP community, we need to adapt ourselves to this new generation. You know, and this was, you know, this is something I always think a little bit, and I'm trying to do my best to help the PHP community embracing this new youth of developers coming to the scene. You know what I mean? Barda Bass is saying, just found out that you are streaming also. Been waiting for a good engineer PHP stream. Well, thank you and welcome to the stream. Drippin' Castle is saying, Nunu is the PHP hero. I don't think so, dude, but thank you. Adrian is saying, I just want to work for 5 years and then quit working. Really, dude? I don't see myself quitting PHP anytime, literally. Just working on this for the rest of my life, I think. Komais is saying, you have been doing a great job in Portugal. Yeah, but that's also thanks to the community, though. Oh yeah, baby, PHP in the future. That's what people are saying on YouTube. I agree, man. Let's go. Oh man, it's been so cool. Sometimes see these videos on YouTube, but also out there where people are saying that PHP is like becoming better and better and people are really appreciating like everything. It's so cool, man. All right, dudes, what have we done? So we need to actually run the test suite to see if the test suite is even passing to begin with. So I'm gonna type vendor being passed. It should be passing like normal. And it's not passing. 4 tests failing. What is the reason though? Class loader not found? What do you mean? Did I remove the class? Like, what the heck? Okay, a bunch of failing tests for some reason. Oh, I've removed this pack.backup file, so I'm going to add it back. There we go. Beckett's next is saying, did I have used Tycoon Duster? I have not, man, because what that project does, from my understanding, is kind of wrapping a bunch of different styling tooling, and I think Pint does actually a good job on that already. Adrian is saying line 37 needs to be static. Yeah, that's right, dude. And also this flush as well. The test suite is passing, so the first thing we can do now is going to our past PHP file. I don't know if you guys know, not a lot of people know this, but with past PHP you can have like a file called past PHP at this level right here, which is at root level of your test suite, and you can define you can define before each that gets applied globally, which I'm using literally all the time. So I'm going to type past before each, and by doing this, you are running this little closure before any test in your project, which I think is really cool. So what I will do here is type config and then flush, so we get a fresh instance every single time before each test. And this should actually still have a passing test suite, I would expect. From Maggio Cristiano is saying, my dream is returning from programming and becoming a cobbler. Yeah, man, if it's your dream, just follow your dreams, man. In my side, I'm not quitting programming anytime soon. Probably doing this until I'm like 80 or something. 18. You know, like a very old person. That's probably will be me. By the way, if you just arrived, my name is Nuno, PHP and Laravel developer, and I'm streaming PHP content every single day. You can follow me on Twitch and YouTube to support my work. You can also support my work financially by becoming a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber. Okay, so tests are failing, which is a little bit weird. Why my test would be failing? Do I have... What happens when I flush the configuration, by the way? Yeah, I set it null, meaning that if I were to get anything new again, it would basically go through this entire thing. Oh, I can call this a little bit different, right? I can just do this if I want to. Bam, bam, bam. We're still complaining? Invoking callable of unknown clause closure. Didn't we import closure, Adrian? We did, right? What the heck? I think we did. Anyway, it wasn't imported, so... Okay, test suite literally failing. Where is our pack file, though? What the heck? Okay, for some reason the pack.json is deleted, so I'm going to type git reset pack.json so the file gets back into the... Wait, what? Give me a second. Okay, it should be back now. There we go. I don't get why it got removed, though. That's odd and weird, though. There we go. Almost. Wait, what? It got removed again. Like, what the heck? Do we have any unlink or whatever? Wait, what? So I don't know if you guys are like seeing what's happening, but for some reason the pack.json file is being removed every single time, and I have no idea why. Do we have any unlink? We do. What is this? Oh, okay, this is the new test I have written, and this is literally the AI code that wrote this. Do you see why AI is so weird? It's for this reason. For, oh, what the fuck? Oh my god, I'm gonna remove it back, okay? That was weird. Okay, so now I can do something like resolve. Well, actually, first, I need to add the configuration back. There we go. And now I'm gonna do the following. I'm gonna use this static method saying resolve configuration file using. And inside this, I'm going to provide a closure that resolves some dummy files. So obviously some, you know, some dummy JSON or dummy that does not exist.json. So the configuration will not exist, meaning that now if I do something like configuration instance, this should return a couple of things. Remind yourselves of something, okay? When we write the test, we do always three things. Okay, I have spoke about this already multiple times, but I like to talk about this because it's really important. The first thing we do when you are writing a test is prepare the scenario, which is the first thing we do. The second thing is acting. So, you know, first thing we do, prepare like this setup initially. Then we act, which is literally creating the configuration. And the final thing is assert stuff. Technically, And I mean, technically, I could just mix everything together and stuff like that, but you really want to be explicit in your test suite about these 3 acts, you know what I mean? And the final thing I want to do is that I want to expect the configuration whitelist words to be empty, okay? So to be an empty array, just like that. And I also expect the whitelisted directories to be an empty array as well. So we should have our test suite passing as well. If you really want, you can even leave these comments in your test suite, okay? This pattern of these 3 little things is called AAA, by the way. And the very first thing is called arrange instead of prepare. But I just like better prepare in myself. So let's call this PAA, okay? A pattern invented by Nuno Maduro on his stream. Agent is saying AI is just deleting code. Dude, that's right, man. AI sometimes does crazy stuff. And back in Snacks is saying this pattern is called arrange, act, assert. Indeed, man. People on YouTube are asking which editor this is. This is PHPStorm, man. My editor of choice when I'm programming on PHP. Back at Snacks is saying, I love this pattern. Me too, man. PAA, dude, for the win. Okay, do we have a passing test suite? Let's see. We should have a passing test suite, right? There we go, buddy. There we go. Passing test suite as expected. I can also potentially reuse this method, by the way, potentially if we are accepting this dash config on the commands, you know what I mean? Which could be potentially interesting. Adrian is saying that for AI, he only uses full line code completion instead of using, you know, the entire thing. I want to check that real quick. Does this work, Adrian, with GitHub Copilot, by the way? Let's search this option. I'm going to search for full line completion. Oh. I don't think that option actually exists. I probably need to be using like the AI coming from JetBrains. What do you think? Johnny Bigoted is saying disable Copilot and use full line code completion. I probably will do that later if you don't mind, but you know, but I will try that for sure. Ben James is saying, Nuno, have you tried the PHPStorm Pass plugin to shortcut run a test? I got that from talk from Luke. I don't actually use so I know that we can come. What is that? I think we can do some. Oh, actually, I don't think I have even PHP the past plugin installed. Otherwise I would have like something to run here. Hi Nuno, so Untrendy from Twitch is saying, hi Nuno, shouldn't you throw an exception if the file the user asks in pack does not exist? So at the moment we actually do not accept any option. I can actually do that real quick. I'm gonna go to the default command. So we have our test suite passing. Let me just commit this real quick. So this will basically and effectively remove the warning, so I can just do vendor bin pint. I'm gonna also type vendor bin PHP stan. We are using PHP stan at level max, right? Let me double check that. PHP stan level max. Oh yeah, baby, level max right there. And I'm gonna run the entire test suite by running composer test, just like that. Oh yeah, baby. Composer. Oh, Rector, of course. We have Rector PHP as well, making our code pretty. So I'm gonna type vendor bin Rector with -- dry run. This is a very important flag. Sometimes you have this big chunk of code, but you don't want to like Rector this tool to modify the entire code without your permission. So what you can do is type vendor bin rector --die run. By the way, are you guys familiar with Rector PHP? Say yes if you are familiar, say no if you're not familiar, because Rector PHP is a wonderful and a very powerful tool. I'm super curious to see if people... Wait, what? Okay, we have 2 no's already, 2 yeses, 3 yeses, okay, 4... Oh, wait, what? Okay, I'm gonna explain what is Rector, man. I have to. Okay, I'm gonna explain what is Rector. How can I explain what is Rector? Well, first of all, let's run die run to see how it goes. But Rector PHP is this absolutely awesome tool that just uses or modifies your code to the latest PHP version while doing the same behavior. Okay, so to get started with Rector PHP, the only thing you have to do is type composer require rector/rector --dev. Okay, once you do this, you have Rector PHP installed in your project, and then you create this rector.php file. Now, the rector.php file is literally a place where you configure how Rector will work with your project. And here, for example, I have 2 paths which I want Rector to literally refactor. The first one is source, the second one is tests. And then I just say to Rector, all right, I want you to perform the following modifications on my code. I want you to remove that code. I want you to improve the code quality. I want to add types everywhere. I want you to make everything private by default. I want you to try to do early returns. Oh my god, this is so cool, man. I use literally all the time. So let me show you something. So if I come here, for example, and let me think about something here. Yeah, I'm gonna do something like this. Foo equals to a function that returns true. So if I do this, I think Rector will literally refactor these little 3 lines to 1 single line. So let's type vendor bin rector so I can show you this. Please work. Come on, man. There we go. Oh, actually even remove the line because the code is not being used. Like, oh, awesome that is. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think it's really cool. So basically, Rector also showed me what he have done. And as you can see, for example, he went to this little code we have, which is new, and added this type int to the closure, this string type int, which is an improvement on code quality. The second thing he did is adding this type int return type to the given function, which is pretty cool. And as you can see, do you know this variable we just added, this foo equals to function? Rector PHP automatically said, okay, this function or this foo bar is not being used, so I'm gonna just remove this code because you don't need it at all. How powerful this is. Come on, guys. For those of you who have said that I don't know Rector, how cool do you feel that Rector is? It's really cool, right? Come on, man, this is really awesome. So you saw add type ints, remove non-used stuff, you know. Oh my god, it's really cool, man. Infinite power. Oh yeah, baby. Dripping Castle. Oh yeah. Yeah, so again, this is one of my favorite tools, Rector PHP. Alongside PHPStorm, alongside Past PHP, alongside Paint in PHPCS Fixer, alongside type coverage, Rector PHP is one of my favorite tools on the PHP ecosystem. So if you haven't tried yet, try it today. Okay, I pretty much agree with everything that Rector have done on my current project. The only thing I don't agree with is this little slash closure, which I feel we can import the closure. So let's go there and do that real quick. Bam, bam, boom. Clear, run Paint. Should be passing. Let's run the entire test suite while we read the chat. Acton 13 is saying, damn, I'm gonna try it right now. Yeah, man, you need to. Dripping Castle, Infinite Power. Johnny Bigotti is saying Rector shows its full potential on legacy code. Dude, it's so true. Like, literally right now, we are working on a new project and detected 4 changes. Now imagine if you run Rector PHP on a legacy application. cool. Even there is like this small emoji right here appearing. Like, how cool that is. Adrian is saying Rector user since 2008. In 2018. Interesting. So Thomas, so Johnny Bigod is saying that I met Thomas on Laravel Lisbon. I actually went for drinks with Thomas multiple times already. He's awesome. I agree, he's awesome. Someone is saying, then you run the code format. Yeah, typically I run Rector and I like to run Pint afterwards. But I have like a passing test suite, meaning that everything is okay. So something I can do now is just type git add p, which, yeah, another tip, dudes, you need to use this as well. When you are working with Git and you just have a huge diff, something you can do is type git add-p, just like that, and you can individually decide what you want to bring to this pull request. So here, for example, yes, I do agree that I want this import. I do agree that I want this closure. You know, you can literally validate one by one of your changes, which I think is pretty cool. So git add-p, and I'm going to commit this with fit or fix. Probably fix, yeah, fix warning when file not found. Oh yeah, baby. And I also like this font we are using at the moment, so I have to give you props for that, chat, okay? So one thing I want to do as well is allow people to change the configuration right here. What is the options deal? Oh, it's right here. Okay, so here I want to add an option. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to help me with that. So I'm going to say, add an option to specify the configuration file to use. So set option, perhaps, no? Or add option? Yeah, there you go. Add option, config-c, input value optional, absolutely. In the configuration file to use, which typically is, this is the default value, so I'm going to just say pack.json, okay? And I'm going to do this, and here on the default command, the only thing I have to do is configuration path equals to input get option config, and finally call this config instance or config resolve. Oops. There we go. Resolve configuration file path using that given file. Will this work? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. Let me think a little bit. Yes, this will work. Yes, baby. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna do this just like this. Let's try this out. Benpack -q or --config. I'm gonna say just -q and blah 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 blah, something that does not exist. This should actually, wait, what? There you go. So equals -q equals, okay? So this actually should simply just work. There we go. But now if I provide something like pack.json, which is a file that does exist, this configuration file will be used. So some of you were saying, can you suggest things to improve the project? These little options are good ideas, you know, like specifying the configuration. Something you guys can do is specify the directory to run the project on. So you can probably accept an argument here that allows you to specify the directory where pack will be running, okay? So for some reason, this is not actually working. I need to check why. So I'm gonna dd my little file path right here. Probably the configuration is being... Oh yeah, I need to flush the configuration, that's why. Oh yeah, baby. Just flush like that. How about now? What the heck? What is even happening? Okay, chat, I need help. I need help. Immediately need help right here. What's happening? Consolito, welcome to the stream, dude. Nice to see you, man. Johnny Bigod is saying, I like the font. It's the same one you're using at the beginning of the stream. That's right, man. Okay, we have an important question here. We have a very important question coming from the chat right here. Painotian is saying, I see that you are not using PHPStorm Git tools. There is something you don't like about them, or it's just better to avoid them. So typically I use the terminal all the time. You know, typically I use the terminal all the time. Partly the reason why I use a terminal is that I just know how to use a terminal for those type of things. So I use a terminal for rebase. I use a terminal for, you know, unstash or to stash some work. So I do everything from the terminal. However, there is one little thing that I cannot do from the terminal, which I typically use the GitHub UI for that, is check the diff of my pull request. If I have a huge diff, the Git, this little tool like this git add-p won't help me that much, you know? So I use a UI for that, which is the only reason why I use a UI. Why I use my GitHub UI instead of PHPStorm Git tools, it's probably because I'm constantly changing from editors. So sometimes I'm using Sublime Text, sometimes I'm using VS Code, sometimes I'm using PHPStorm. You know, so I don't want to probably be attached to a particular tool on that. Okay. Johnny Bigodet is saying he, referring to me, just likes to use the terminal more. Yeah, that's right. There is nothing bad about PHPStorm Git tools, by the way. Indeed. Adrian is saying show the adoption. What do you mean? What adoption are you talking about? Constantine is saying check the pull requests first because it may actually cause some conflicts. If it does, I will fix the conflicts. Don't worry about that. The pull request 32 adds the --d option. Interesting. So I will not add that. I will just focus on the configuration one. Julio is saying the path needs to be complete. Well, something weird though is I'm actually confused how I can provide some of these options. You know what I mean? Like if I type bin pack, I would expect this just to work, but it's telling me that pack command is not defined. So I probably know what's happening. What's happening is that in order to provide options, I actually need to provide the command. There we go. This is exactly what I would expect. So actually to provide options, I need to actually provide the command, which is called a default. Which tells me that I probably should rename this to something like check. So I'm gonna call this check command real quick. There we go. And what I can do now is literally just call this check. And now I should be able to provide vendor bin pack check with the configuration on the pack.json file. There we go. Now it just works. Exactly what I would expect here. For sure, I want to resolve using the base path always. So what I will do here is move this base path to be used with both the closure, but also with this pack.json file. There we go. This should work just like that. Why are you complaining about this? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. How about now? So I should see 0 errors if this is working. There we go. But if I provide some dummy configuration file, which does not exist, it should complain that, you know, that, there we go. It should complain that it doesn't have any configuration. So it's just displaying a bunch of errors, which does work exactly like I wanted to begin with. Wow, man, thank you so much, Bart Boss, for the 5 gifted tier 1 subs. I really appreciate your support. We just reached 200 subscribers on Twitch, so I really appreciate, you know, you guys supporting my work. most of the money, if not all of it, will be reinvested in making the stream better. So something I have done already: acquired a new camera, acquired lighting. I have acquired as well a new laptop. I have acquired a stream deck to literally make the stream better. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. But yeah, we have the option working, so I'm excited about this option. I feel it's a very good addition. Adrian is saying, show the add option code we have added. Yeah, now it's working, by the way. So if you were asking because you wanted to see if, you know, how this actually works, I'm going to show you real quick. So just like this, you know, add option, you provide the full long value of the option. So I can use it --config, or I can provide the short option, which is this one, which is this -c. So I technically should be able to run pack. Instead of doing --config, I can do something like -c, which is a shortcut of my option, which I think looks really cool. This is using Symfony Console. If you guys don't know, Symfony Console allows you to build console frameworks or CLI frameworks or CLI projects. And I actually have one called Laravel 0, which, you know, we could potentially use it for this. But today we're using only Symfony for now, okay? All right, folks, let's run Pint on this. It should be just passing. There we go. Let's run PHPStorm on this. Please tell me you know what PHPStorm is. Okay, if you know what is PHPStorm, say yes. If you don't know what PHPStorm is, say no. Because PHPStorm, like Rector, is a very powerful tool, by the way, okay? All right, Gorbadov is saying he knows what PHPStorm is. Bigotis know what PHPStorm is. Pine18 is saying that he knows what PHPStorm is. All right, so it seems that people know what PHPStorm is, which is pretty cool, man. Emmeline Dev is saying, I just added PHPStorm to my GitHub Actions. Thanks after watching your streams. Nice, man. Really, it's really cool, man. Constantine Ross is saying that I actually saw an interesting talk on PHPStorm on SymfonyConf. I actually have a PHPStorm talk on Laravel, so I'm going to move here real quick and check YouTube. PHPStorm, Laravel Nuno Maduro. What is that? Oh, it's type safety or type on Laravel or something? Yeah, types on Laravel. So I have a talk actually on PHPStorm, and I'm gonna send you the link. So this talk effectively allows you to install PHPStorm on Laravel and you know, learn how to use PHPStorm on Laravel, which is pretty cool in my opinion.
And PHPStorm have a lot of this.
So as you can see, it's fully live code. You guys will like this for sure. Okay. So someone in the chat was saying, I don't like PHPStorm yelling at me all the time. So something you can do if you feel like PHPStorm is doing too much is going to your PHPStorm and reduce the level. So you can go to something like, you know, something like 5 or something like that. You know what I mean? So let's type composer. Let's type Rector because apparently it's complaining. Ian Work is saying, oh, you have created Laravel 02? Yes, I have. I have used a Laravel-based Discord bot that was based on Laravel 0. Yeah, man, I have created Laravel 0. Was one of my first projects, by the way. An amazing framework, man. I was glad, well, to be honest, like the fact that I've created so many tools around Laravel probably was the reason why I got the job at Laravel, to be honest, So we have some tests failing because apparently the command default is not defined. Okay, so that's literally on our bin packout PHP. We should have this set default command to check to default, which should be check now. Okay, and I can probably also simplify this namespace real quick. There we go. Rodolfo Vasconcelos is saying Sporting, which is a soccer team here in Portugal, almost lost, and I'm a little bit drunk because of that. Yeah, I'm trying to cut everything, if not at all alcohol in my life, I'm gonna be honest, because I just feel like when I drink, I don't do sports on the next day, and probably I have bad food on the next day as well. So I'm trying to reduce my alcohol, you know, as much as I can. But yeah, I mean, at Laracon I will probably drink some beers, but out of that, just water. Adrian is asking when you will write cargo equivalent for PHP and Rust. Never, dude. Composer is awesome. Why would I do that? Bardas Baz is asking, what was your first Laravel tool that got you noticed, got some traction? Probably Collision. So you see, like, well, you see this, like literally this right here. This is called Collision. It's a package that I have built, which has like 200 million downloads at this point, which is crazy. So this is called Collision. And what it does, it gives you a beautiful snippet on the terminal that points you in the right direction. So this is not native PHP. If you wouldn't have Collision, this would suck balls, man. Like literally would be bad in terms of output. And Collision makes this very beautiful output with some coloring, color schemes as well. You know, gives you like some frames, which is pretty cool. And yeah, Composer is awesome. Like why would I write, you know? Okay, so what is happening though? Do we have value type null is not a callable? What do you mean? Oh, this is definitely not good. Oh, I know why. Okay, actually this was a problem. I'm gonna do equals to this. Run pint. There we go. Run past. It should be passing now. Holy boy, there's a mean comment right here. GP9WY7 is saying the following. Your code reminds me of my toilet after Taco Bell. Why would you say that, dude? Like, why would you say that about this code, by the way? All right, dude. Test suite passing as expecting. Let's run PHPStorm right here to see if we have, you know, type checking working as expected. Okay, apparently we have error reported that does not need any type of ignore. So let's just run again. There we go. Let's run the entire test suite and we should be good now. Reviewer is saying it would actually be cool to have a linter version for PHP in Rust, but I think it's pretty difficult because it might... Wait, what? Oh, gotcha. You would like to have a linter written on Rust for PHP. To be honest, you know, PHP CS Fixer is fast. Now it has like some cache features, parallel workers and everything, so I don't think we actually need some speed over there. It's already very fast. Oh, interesting. Adrian is saying it's slow, though. It's slow. Okay. Okay. I don't feel it's slow, though, but if you guys are saying so. Oh, HypnoDev1, thank you so much for the subscription on Prime. I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much, dude. Okay. So... did I run pack? I did. Pack is failing because apparently it's not able to detect the configuration. Why is that? We no longer need this. That's why. We can just do this. It should be passing as expected. No, why is that? Tell me that the AA code didn't remove the thing. Okay, gotcha. Let's do this and run pack to see what file is being used. I'm missing this little, you know, this little slash thing right here. So I'm going to do that real quick. I can do that directly from here. There we go. And it should be passing now. And my test suite should also be passing. Hello What is asking, Cos2030 is asking, hello, what kind of application are we building today? All right, so for those who just arrived, my name is Nuno Maduro. I'm a PHP and Laravel developer, and I do stream every single day about PHP, you know? And today we are building my newest open source work, which is called PackPHP. Now, PackPHP is a tool just like past PHP or like PHPStorm or like Pint. It's just a PHP tooling that will sit alongside those tools we have, PHP Unit, Pint or PHP CS Fixer, all of that. And what it does is fixes wording and spelling mistakes in your code base. So if you have a file that is named incorrectly, or if you have a method which is named incorrectly, I will tell you, oh, do you actually mean persons written this way instead of that way, which has a typo? So it's literally what we're doing at the moment. And we are already using, if I go here, we are already using pack on this project. So if I do something like public function get persons with double N, for example, you know, something like this, and I run pack on this project, you will see that pack will complain. Yeah, Konstantin Ross is literally just giving the solution on YouTube regarding the slash. So now it's fixed. Thanks for that, by the way. So as you can see here, for example, there is a misspelling on person, and it should be person instead, which is quite cool. EMS is saying, are you aware of Rails debugger function? I wonder if it's possible to have something like that on Laravel. Can you let me know and explain on YouTube what is the debugger function on Rails, please? Thank you. Mario Marx is saying, could you use the directory separator const instead of the slash? Dude, actually, that's a good question. Like, I don't like, if I have something like Nuno and then this with the separator in between, I don't think this directory separator is cleaner than just doing this in terms of sizing, in terms of number of characters and everything. Now, the directory separator, there's something a little bit different on operating systems like Windows. However, for PHP, when you use functions like file exists, or you use functions like, you know, get file contents, PHP already adapts itself to supporting or to work with both directory separators depending on the OS you are working on. So technically, it's a matter of taste. If you prefer directory separator or literally just this, what do you guys prefer, by the way? I'm curious about that on the chat. Do you prefer directory separator, or would you use, you know, the simple slash right here? What do you prefer, chat? Okay, do we have a passing test suite? I need to move forward. A2X coding is saying Rails is debugger function is probably dump in PHP. Maybe. Execo13 is saying just slash. Yeah, me too, man. Adrian is saying array and implode with directory separator, which also makes sense, indeed. Oh, okay. So we have some people who say slash, of course, as well on YouTube, but on Twitch, some people also say that the directory separator is more readable. Interesting. Hi One is asking, what do you think of the reason why Symfony is not that popular despite Laravel and E running a lot of Symfony packages under hood? Well, first of all, I don't think Symfony is not popular. I think Symfony is actually a lot popular. It's just that Symfony focuses a lot on components, and Laravel focuses a little bit more on the full package with batteries included. So it's just natural that, you know, probably today Laravel is more popular because people want to have like everything ready to go, and undeniably Laravel gives you a lot of tooling by default, you know. Everything just comes out of the box, auth, queues, and everything. Also, all the packages that Laravel have on the ecosystem. So probably that's why. Gabriel Sales is asking, hi Nuno, how you doing? I'm doing fantastic, man. Thanks for asking. But yeah, just like Adrian is saying, Symfony and Laravel grow together. That's right, man. Oh, a trendy is saying in France, finding a Laravel job is pretty hard. I am on this situation. Really? You can also consider remote jobs position. So you can literally, search for a remote job and work as a freelancer. That's what I'm doing. I'm literally working for the United States at the moment. And I'm from Portugal. So if you are from France, you can probably search for jobs in the UK, jobs on the US, and, just work as a freelancer. Johnny B. God is saying, I have to go. Wish you everyone a good night. Thanks for coming to the stream, dude. See you next time. Our trainer is saying, finding a job in France with Symfony is really simple. Well, probably why it's because Symfony is very popular in France, while Laravel is very popular in the US. Probably that's why. Yeah, Symfony is a lot. I wouldn't say that it's more popular than Laravel in Europe, but there is definitely a lot more users on Symfony or doing Symfony in terms of percentage in Europe versus something like US. Yeah, in Europe, for sure. Ecno13 is saying, our market is like 90% neat. I have no idea what neat is, dude. I have seen people talking about neat. I have literally no idea what neat framework is about. So task with passing, we can do git add -p, apologize. I can just approve all of these changes, which indeed they make sense. Something I need to do though is go to the README and provide this new option. So I'm going to just go here and create a new section with the name configuration. Yeah, so pack can be configured using the pack.json file in the root of your project. Here is an example configuration. So is the directories actually, I don't think this is okay though. Here it needs to be like exclude or whatever, right? I can't remember. Okay, I'm gonna just copy this and put on the README folder. There we go. So JSON ignore words configuration, and I'm gonna put also namespace, okay? Directories, and here will be a full directory that you would like to ignore. Probably something like app my namespace. Okay. This should actually do it, right? You may also specify the path to the configuration using the -- config option. There we go. And this is the relative path, by the way. There we go. All right. It should be it. JSON, there we go. Bam, bam, bam. Git -- pew, there we go. Bam, bam, boom. So a lot of people actually ask me like, what are my conventions with Git conventional commits? We can probably do a full live stream about this, because I do have some conventions. Like sometimes I use feat and then the feat name, and sometimes I use like fix and then like what is a fix I'm working on. Sometimes I use doc, sometimes I use sure, and we can probably do a live stream about this. All right, that's it. That was nice. All right, so we have this -- configuration option. I think it was Constantine Ross which told me that we can now, via pull request, also provide this -- dir, which is apparently already on GitHub. I don't feel we're going to have the time today, which is unfortunate because, well, it's unfortunate, it's cool at the same time because, you guys are being so active on the chat, which is pretty cool. I love when people talk on the chat. It just makes the stream more fun for me. So I feel like probably what we are doing today is ending the stream real quick. Someone was asking me like, where are the places where people can see some suggestions to contribute? I would really appreciate if someone could, you know, improve the documentation. So at the moment we have our documentation, which looks like this. Probably the intro is really good, but the rest of it looks a little bit sad or empty. So if you guys can provide some real world use cases, you know, some screenshots as well with the beautiful terminal behind, that would be something really useful for this project, by the way. Okay. I did, dude. Thank you. Jaquito is saying, hey, do you know the Odin project? Would you say it's enough to land an entry-level job? I don't know that project, dude. Apologize. Janiko is saying, I have a degree applied math, but I want to make a switch to software development and only have CES 15 done. Interesting. Torishki is saying, hi Nuno, I've started to learn programming about 6 months ago. Basically, a 2-year-old trade school to become a developer. So far, I've learned C# and SQLite, or SQL. And I have spent the period between Christmas and New Year's Eve looking back at my code and seeing how I have improved it over 6 months. And my feeling is that my code is still approaching the problem of very brute force way with nested if switch cases for loops. Do you have any recommendation how I would find different solutions for problems? Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you have a bunch of if conditions, if your lines, so basically, let's go here. Like when you have a class, something that typically allows me to kind of write code that is simple is that if you have a class with more than a public method, typically, like, you know, I'm not saying it's always a code smell, but it shouldn't have a lot, you know what I mean? You shouldn't have a lot of public methods. And those public methods typically should be small as well. And that's a good way or a good measure to split the code in your project, you know what I mean? Let's see some of these files we have here as well. So like in-memory spell checker. So as you can see, 2 lines right here. Here we have like 6 lines. Here we have 4 lines. So probably this is a good way of measuring if you are keeping things simple or not. But I don't know, man. Sometimes also having a bunch of code in the same file also helps. But if you are getting started and you don't know if you are writing, you know, code that makes sense, probably like keeping your code simple, small is a good measure. You know what I mean? Jiben Castle is saying that actually would be a good idea to have a commit convention stream. Yeah, let's do that, man. I have some ideas, so it would probably be a good idea for sure. Konstantin Ross is saying that in Germany, where I'm from, there is more Symfony jobs than Laravel jobs. Interesting. Rodolfo is saying that I've seen a lot of Symfony jobs in LinkedIn lately, more than Laravel, especially in Europe. Interesting. EMC about the Rails debugger function is saying Rails debug function is similar to PHP dump function, but it works like a breakpoint where it's possible to interact with the code through terminal, like calling functions and variables and so on. Interesting. Yeah, we don't have that. Do we? I don't think we do. Probably the only thing we have which is close to that is call it Ray from Spatie. Okay. Someone on YouTube is asking, when was the last time I have deployed to Windows Server? I don't think I have ever deployed to a Windows Server in my life. Always Ubuntu, Linux, basically. Mooney Space is asking, hi Nuno, hey Nuno, about that, can I update the documentation for Laravel 0? Absolutely, that's a great idea, by the way. If you want to go to the Laravel 0 documentation and add contributions to that, I would love that, to be honest. I would love that, especially with AI at the moment. You can probably do a great job by refactoring some of that documentation, making it better. That's a great idea, by the way. Thank you. Driven Castle is saying, like with becoming better requires becoming a better reader, becoming a better coder requires reading more code. Yeah, I feel like someone was asking on the chat, like, you know, how can I improve my code? Just the fact that you are passionate enough to come to my stream and see how I do things, but also interact with the community, says a lot that I'm pretty sure that within a year or within a couple of months, you will doing code that is just perfect. So you don't have to worry too much sometimes if you feel that your code is a mess, because if you are passionate enough, just by coming to my streams, but also, you know, reading stuff online and participating with things with the community, you will, you know, write good code for sure. Ascast is asking, Constantine Ross, thanks for all the help on GitHub's pull requests. Yeah, I mean, Constantine Ross is doing a great job. And I apologize that today I was only able to literally read 3 pull requests, but tomorrow I will continue to work on this because I have a lot of fun today, so probably we'll do the same tomorrow. Yeah, we probably, Constantine Ross is saying, are we going to see more pack development tomorrow? Probably we will. I had a lot of fun today, so probably we'll do some pack development, this little thing I have done today, tomorrow. So by the way, Shad, again, if you just arrived, you don't know me, my name is Nuno Maduro, Laravel PHP developer, also a Laravel core team member, creator of Past PHP, Laravel 0, Laras 10, and Pint, and many other tools out there. I have more than 500 million total downloads in the PHP ecosystem, and I'm currently streaming about PHP every single day at 9 p.m. on Twitch and YouTube. And you can support my work by doing 2 things. The first one is following me on Twitch and YouTube. And by the way, you can type !socials if you want to follow my work as well. So now, for example, I type !socials on Twitch, and you can literally see all my socials, so you can also follow me there. The second way you can support my work is becoming a Twitch subscriber or becoming a YouTube member, by the way, okay? Dev Grumpy Guy is saying, why PHP, man? Because I love PHP, dude. PHP is like fucking awesome in 2025. And if you have seen PHP from 20 years ago, just forget that completely, because PHP today is absolutely awesome. I'm gonna just show you this. I'm gonna show you this composer.json file, which is the equivalent of npm package.json or whatever. We have a linter, which is literally like ESLint. We have past, which is literally like Jest. We have type coverage, which is probably something that other languages don't have. We have Rector PHP, which again is probably something that other languages probably don't have. We have PHPStorm, which is our TypeScript. So PHP today is just awesome. Yeah, man. So D Grumpy Guy, if you just arrived right now, I invite you to come to my stream tomorrow, and I promise you, you won't be disappointed with PHP. I can promise you that, okay? Welcome to the stream, by the way. Bard Buzz is saying, 18 PHP is so 2015. I don't know, man. Sometimes people, you know, let's say, sometimes your perspective on some tool is the one that you had interacted like 10 years ago or 20 years ago. So your ideas are still like outdated, which is fine. Sometimes it also happens to me, by the way. So Grumpy Guy is saying, you will convince me. I will do my best. Welcome to the stream, dude. Salah is asking a question about application development regarding language files and whatever. I would suggest you to go to my Discord. So if you go to my Twitch, you can find my Discord. I'm gonna actually just do this. I'm gonna post the Discord link on YouTube, so you can actually post the question over there, okay? We have a huge community on Discord already, so I invite you to go there, okay? Roman is saying, hi Nuno, idea or maybe a question for the future stream. Could you explain and demonstrate some ideas for DB encryption? Yeah, I can do that. So literally at Laravel, I'm using the casting stuff at the moment when I want to encrypt some stuff. So at Laravel, you can literally specify encrypted on the cast public function in your model to encrypt a column. I'm using that most of the time, if not always. But I know like AWS RDS also offers you encrypted options if you want to encrypt your entire database. So you might want to check that out. But yeah, you go to the Discord and we could probably have a stream about that. Yo, there is a great question. I don't know how many of you are Prime users. If you use like, when I'm saying Prime, like literally the Prime Video stuff. But one way you can support my work is literally just connect your Prime account on Twitch and then subscribe my channel. That's a way. And how can you do it? I don't know, man. You literally just go to the top, I think. There is literally a crown thing which you connect to your Prime account. And then you can subscribe my work for free, literally. Steven, 7 Supreme, thank you for your subscription using Prime, which is exactly what we're talking about. Dudes, I absolutely love this stream. Tomorrow we are absolutely, for sure, back with PHP content, probably about pack once again. I need to review the remaining pull requests, but there is a lot of stuff to do still, and I'm having fun doing this. So we probably are doing this for sure. PT Code, thank you so much for your subscription. Using Prime again, thank you so much, man. Reducer is asking me if I'm aware of the native PHP project. I am aware of the project. I have never used it though. All right, dudes, that was an awesome stream. Let's see who we have online to actually raid. So something we do at the end of every stream is raid someone online. Let's see who is online. So myself, Zidane, Aaron, and LuisAngel.io. Do we have any Laravel developers currently streaming, or PHP developers? So if you are from YouTube or X, you probably don't understand this context, but literally on Twitch, they have this feature which is called Raid, where you can redirect all of the users to an existing stream. And that's something I do all of the time. So I'm going to find some PHP and Laravel developer and just redirect them 60 viewers from Twitch, which I think will be fun. Typically, I like to rate someone who doesn't have a lot of viewers to literally, you know, help them a little bit. So let's try to find someone. If you guys can see anyone online, let me know. So I'm going to search for PHP on Twitch. And who we have here? Or Laravel. Let me see. If you can find anyone, please, on Twitch, let me know. Yeah, Dripping Castle, we have raided Team Vash already twice, so maybe I'm looking for someone different, you know what I mean? Oh, we have Nanin Codes, which is doing TypeScript in React. I'm gonna probably raid her again. So Nyan Codes, okay. Just by the way, thank you so much for being here today and participating on the live stream again. It was a lot of fun. Oh my god, I literally cannot find the stream. Oh, there you go. All right, dudes, that was awesome. Thank you so much for coming. That was a lot of fun. We will be back tomorrow with another live stream about PHP and pack development. That was awesome. Thank you so much for participating so much. I just love when everyone speaks so much on the chat. Have a good night, everyone. See you tomorrow. Peace out.